Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi WordPress tutorial. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, we've got a fresh install of the Divi theme here, and we've just got a shop page here, but on the top we've created this rather striking carousel up here. And for this we're using a plugin called Divi Carousel, and I'll put the link to Divi Carousel from Divi Gear below this video. If anybody wants to try it out, you can do. But you can get some great looking carousels going with this little plugin. So let's get started. What I'm going to do first is I'll just create a new page and recreate this whole thing. So I'm going to go to my dashboard, gonna go to new page, and I'll call it use the Divi builder. Obviously I'm gonna start building. Okay, so here's our page. I want to add a section. We've got a section already put in there for us. We'll use this for our carousel. If we click on this, we can add a row, single column, single row. I'm just going to put my Divi carousel in there. I'm just going to close that out because just underneath this I'm going to put a new section. I'll just put our shop section in there like we had before. So I'm going to go for a regular section again, single column, single row. I'm just going to use Divi's inbuilt shop module. Divi comes with all of these light grey ones with the blue icons as standard, and there's plenty enough to get you going. The dark blue, the purple ones, and the different icon colored are third party. And as you can see, it's got loads of modules built in. It keeps getting better and better. If you want to take it for a test drive, you can do so from my affiliate link below this video. So I'm just going to add the shop module to this. That will allow us to pull in a bunch of categories. At the moment it's pulled in just about everything probably. So I'm going to set this to product categories. I'm just going to select a few products here. Let's do shoes, shirts, on sale, and dresses. Why not? Okay, let's just save that. I'm not going to do anything else to it. And as you can see, it's just populated it with some of our products already there. Okay, let's start building our carousel. The blue tag is for the section. The green one is for the row, and the dark one here is for the module we put in just now, Divi Carousel Module. So let's add an item, and this is going to be a picture of a striped shirt, so I'm going to just call it stripes for the title. Subtitle will say fashion show. And in the text we'll put something latest designs from the catwalk or something like that. That's fine. And as you can see, it's put it in up there, title, subtitle and text. We want to add an image to it. Don't want to link them to anything in this particular one, so let's go down to image settings. Add the image that we want, and I'm going to use that striped shirt. There we go. Now I'm going to put a background color in behind this, and I'm going to organize our little text we got underneath. So let's go down a little bit more to background. You've got color, gradient, or image. I'm going to use a gradient for this. I'll keep that blue, but I want to make this one a black, and we'll have to just change the gradient start position. So we'll push this down so we've got blue black right at the bottom there. As you can see, the blue's bleeding through the more I push it down there. Something like that. Yeah, that's going to work. That's fine. Okay, so let's go to our design. So we'll look at our title text. Well, I'm going to leave the default there. Font weight, I'll make it semi-bold. You're not going to be able to see it too well, but I'm going to change the color to white. There we go, you can see a lot better. Let's put it in the middle. And let's move on down to the next one. Subtitle text. I want it to be in the middle as well. I want it to be, let's make the subtitle text green, fashion show. That I'm going to make capital, so I'm going to just capitalize it like that. And let's move on down and do the actual content style. Again, I'm going to make this one white. Let's center align it. That's fine. Now then, what I want to do is I want to give a bit of padding, a bit of space top and bottom to this. So if I just close that up, go down and have a look at our spacing, and you've actually got spacing for image padding, content padding, button margin, button padding. We've not got a button margin, and regular padding top and bottom. I'm just going to use content padding, which here's our content. I'm going to add 20 to top and bottom, I think. So here's the top, just 20. You don't have to put in PX, it'll put it there for you. Let's put it at the top. So that's in the wrong place. Obviously I don't want it on the image, I want it on the content, talking and typing. Get it wrong. There we go. As you can see, that's put it on the top. Just hit the checkbox and it'll add it to the bottom also for you. Fantastic. That's all I really want to do with that. It's kind of shaping up now. What else did we want to do? Let's just shut up our spacing. I want to have a little box shadow on there. So let's put perhaps this one on there. It's fairly subtle. What about this one? Okay, let's use this one. Okay, as you can see, that box shadow is not appearing on the bottom there. It's kind of cut off, so we need to give it a bit of space so that shadow is going to show. So let's go to our check mark, hit that. It'll take us back to the main carousel settings rather than our first slide there. Let's go into design. Let's go into custom spacing. And in our wrapper padding, let's give it a bit of space top and bottom. That should allow our shadow to show through. So again, I'll give it 50 and check that. There we go. There, you can see our shadow is now showing top and bottom through. So that's what we needed to do. Okay, let's go back to our content and now let's edit that shadow and make it how we want it. I want it quite deep to make it look like the image is actually hovering over the background. So we're in our design tab, box shadow. Again, that's fine, but I just want to kind of change the position of it. Let it be down further, something like that, something just like that. Horizontal position, well, let's center it. Go up and down to make those little changes there. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I want. I might take that blur strength or the spread strength down a little bit. Something just like that. Great. Well, I'm going to leave it just like that. That's fine. Let's hit our little check mark. Alright, so slider settings. We've got our initial slider. I quite like that. Got everything going on there that I want to go on. So let's just duplicate this and make several slides. And I'm not going to change the text, I'll just change the image just for speed here. So to duplicate it, just hit the little 2 squares. Let's go into this one, and all I'm going to do is change the image. And obviously you can change yours to whatever you want to change it to. I'm going to quickly go and duplicate these so we can build our styles. When you're happy, just check the check mark and we'll duplicate again and move on. Again, edit. I'll pause this video until I've got 8 of these things. No point you watching me duplicate it all. got our slides in place now. What do we want to do with them? Let's move this slightly out of the way so we can see what's going on. Well, I only want 3 on desktop. There we go. And there'll be 3 on a tablet, and it'll only show 1 on a mobile phone. That's fine. Multi-slide, when it slides, if you do multi-slide, it'll slide all 3 at once. I don't want that. I want them doing individual. I want a center slide, meaning that one slide will always be central, even if you've got an even number. I'll do the translation duration in a little while. I want it to loop. I want it to autoplay. I want it to pause when I hover my mouse over there. Not going to use the scroller effects. I'll change that in a moment. I want to add arrow navigation. As you can see, those little arrows right there. I want to add dot navigation. You've got 8 little dots underneath there. That's absolutely fine. Dot alignment in the middle. Spacing is absolutely fine there. Equal height. Well, I don't need to use this at the moment because they're all actually the same height. Vertical line top. I'm going to leave that at the moment. Lazy loading. I'm going to leave that too. Now, advanced slider settings. I want to mess with these because at the moment it's a regular sort of carousel. I want to change it to what they call cover flow. As you can see, it turns those to a bit of an angle, and it gives it that sort of 3D look. And as you can see, I've got the cover shadow on, cover flow shadow, which is, as you can see, when it turns, it gets a darker inner and a lighter outer edge. So I'm going to leave that just as it is. And that's working pretty well for me right now. So to actually see it in motion, what we need to do is save our page changes, or save draft, or publish the page. It'll just be saved if you've already published it. And once saved, let's exit the Visual Builder and the slideshow should start happening. Okay, that's kind of doing what I want. That shadow's working out fine. But I'd like to put a background behind it, and it's moving a little too quickly, and I'd like it to pause for a bit longer on each slide. Now when I put my mouse over it, obviously it pauses. So if anybody wanted to look at a particular item, if you were doing a WooCommerce or e-commerce site, you could link each of these to the product page that it's on. But they've actually got another one specifically for products, and I'll do a video of that in the future sometime. But for me, that's just running a little bit too quick, and like I say, not pausing quite enough. So let's go and fix that, and we'll put a background in also, and then we're done. So let's enable the Visual Builder again. Okay, once loaded, let's go back into our module. And let's just change some of those settings and slow this thing down a little bit. Let's have a look what we've got here. Okay, autoplay delay, I'm going to set that to say 1500, second and a half. I'll slow it down slightly. And I don't think we've got anything to change in here. That's just our cover flow settings. If we go to our advanced and our transitions, let's take transition duration. We'll take that up to about second and a half, which is 1500 milliseconds also. Don't really want any delay. I want it to start as soon as it's visible, so I'll leave that as is. Let's just save that. And before saving everything and checking it, let's go ahead and put our background. I just want to put a background image in here. So let's get into our section. Simply going to go to background. Going to go to image, which we've got color, gradient image, or video background if you want one. I'm going to go to image, and let's add an image. I want a sort of dark looking image. I think that's the one I used before. I'll go ahead and use that one again. That looks okay, but I want to sort of get it to merge a little bit more with what we've got going on with our images here, which is this sort of blue motif. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into background, give it a blue color. Then you can't see a thing, but if we go over to image and we move down a little bit, you can go to the blend and set this to multiply, and it'll mix the two together. Play with these, you can get some wonderful effects with these blends, but I'll just hit the multiply. There you go, and as you can see, it's sort of giving it that dark blue background that I think works a little bit better with our slides that we've got going on here. What I'd kind of like to do also is those, I don't want the background shot, I want that transparent background and the little arrows just to be white, I think. So let's do that, and I think we're about done. Let's go back into our module. Let's go into our design, and I just want to affect these navigation arrows. Next and previous button, just click on that one. And let's have a look. Inside the container, what if we put them outside the container? Okay, that's fine. Let's push them over a little bit more. And let's do the color settings. Arrow color, well, I want that to be white, so it'll disappear in that white background there. And the background color, I want to be transparent, which is no color at all. So we just got our little arrows there. So yeah, I think I'm fairly happy with that. Let's just hit the check mark. We'll save our changes, page changes, save draft, or publish, whichever you prefer. When it's saved, let's exit the Visual Builder and see what we've got. And there we have it. And as you can see, that's slowed down because we changed the duration of those slides to stay there for 1500 milliseconds, which is a second and a half. That works quite nicely for me. Like I say, that seems to stand out quite well. When you hover over it, it's going to stop, and it highlights our sort of little sale items that we got going on down there. And you can link this to go down to them or to go anywhere you want. So it's a great little plugin for doing a lovely little carousel for showcasing your items or images or anything you want to draw attention to on your site. So I hope you've enjoyed that and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. Your comments really do help me to decide what videos to make next. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.